Hey guys, thanks for tuning into another one. This one today is going to be on cycling marine aquariums. Now this is the marine tank at school. It's just currently in our storeroom, but it's moving back to my lab hopefully next week, so I've got to move them all up. But I thought I'd just do a bit of a marine cycling and setup videos. But I had a couple of comments in the last video on freshwater cycling that was just like, hey, can you show me how to cycle a marine tank? So I just thought I'd go through it quickly. I'm obviously not cycling this tank, but I can at least walk you through the process. So yeah, enjoy this one. So, you're ready to start setting up a marine aquarium. That's pretty damn exciting. But before we add fish or coral, there's one crucial step that you need to think about. And to make it successful is you need to do the nitrogen cycle, or you need to cycle the tank, or cycling the tank as they call it. So we need to establish beneficial bacteria that converts the harmful waste like ammonia into safer forms like nitrate, so then you can remove it through water changes and through other mechanical and chemical filtration methods. So let's walk you through the steps to properly cycle your marine aquarium. So the first thing you're gonna do is obviously set up your tank. So you need to obviously get your tank and purchase all the stuff that you need to go on it. So that usually includes the tank itself and all the filtration, as well as sand and sometimes live rock or rock, so you can do your aquascape. You need to obviously get the salt water to put in, which you're looking for salinity of about 0.24 or 0.26 up to about there in specific gravity. And then when you've got that in, you need to start the cycle. So step one, you need to introduce a source of ammonia. Now, the sources of ammonia you can use bottled bacteria, which you can buy, which I've previously shown on the channel. I use Quantum Water Stabilizer that works in marine and fresh, but any of the products on the market for cycling an aquarium work well. You can also use a small bit of prawn. You can put that in the tank, which is a source of ammonia as well. But I definitely reckon that like a bacteria starter bottle with ammonia in it, or just a direct ammonia source, is gonna be your best bet. So get your hands on some of those. Get it into the tank according to whatever ratio it tells you to put in. And then from that day, cycling starts. All right, the cycle is gonna take you 3 to 6 weeks in marine aquariums, sometimes more, depending on a lot of different factors, including what setup you've got going on, what bottle bacteria you've used, how large the volume of the tank is, have you used live rock or not, have you used live sand or not. But overall, 3 to 6 weeks is probably gonna be about average. Now, the ammonia rises and falls, and the nitrite rises and falls, and the nitrate slowly accumulates. Now, when you've detected zero ammonia, zero nitrite, and a little bit of nitrate, your tank is hypothetically cycled at the 3 to 6 weeks. All right, step 3, and probably one of the most important steps, is to test the water as you go through the nitrogen cycle. So you can get API test kits. They come in freshwater and marine that have ammonia, nitrite, nitrate, as well as pH tests in them. They're nice and cheap. Or alternatively, take it to your local fish shop and they can do the test for you, so you won't have to buy the whole test kit. So you want to track it as it's progressing through there. Now, at the point where you have zero ammonia, zero nitrite, and a little bit of nitrate, up to about 20, 40 parts per million, is ready for your next step, because your tank is hypothetically cycled now. All right, step 4. Now, when you've hit a steady point where ammonia and nitrite are staying the same and so is nitrate, you need to perform a water change. So I'd probably suggest a 20 to 30% water change before you add anything. All right, there are your steps on how to cycle a marine aquarium. It sounds very simple when I put it on paper. Obviously, it is a little bit more complex than that, but it's not that much harder than freshwater, so give it a shot. Now, I'll leave you with a couple of, I guess, bonus tips or some highlights of the main things that I think you should worry about when cycling a marine aquarium. Firstly, patience is key. If you are not patient in the marine hobby, you are not going to be successful. So be patient. That not only means being patient through the cycle and not jumping the gun too early, but it means slowly adding fish, okay? Hardy fish, clownfish, damselfish, those types of things are good. Damsels are a bit aggressive, so maybe like chromis or little gobies or something along those lines, all right? Don't add too many fish too quickly. Second one. The third one, I would say, if you've got access to live rock or something, you can speed up that cycle. For the aquarium, you can cut it down sometimes 2 weeks or even less. So if you have access to live rock, cool, go with that. If not, you're going with dry rock and dry sand. Make sure you use the good beneficial bacteria additive into the tank, all right? That, like I said, there's plenty of them on the market. And the last one is probably keep things as stable as you can. So you want stable temperature, you want stable salinity for the best results in your cycle. So make sure you're topping up with RODI water. So as water evaporates, obviously the salt remains, so the tank will get saltier. So add in RODI water to top up. That'll keep the salinity stable. Keep it in a room that's temperature controlled, or have a heater, a good quality heater, or alternatively have a heater chiller, so you've got both ends, and even a temperature controller would be perfect for that. So find a good spot for it. Keep obviously the water running through the whole part. I actually run everything, light, skimmer, all the parts down the bottom for the whole of the cycle, all right? Now your tank has been cycled, it's time to enjoy it. Be patient, enjoy the ride. It's a hard one, but it's worth it. Marine aquariums are awesome. So get stuck in with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your comments if you want any other video suggestions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.